Infinity Train Book 3, The Cult of the Conductor, is coming to HBO Max on August 13th, and I can't wait. The Comic-Con at Home panel was accompanied by the trailer, and oh my goodness, this looks like the most blockbuster season of Infinity Train yet. With balls to the walls action and intense character arcs like we've never seen before. As the leaders of the Apex, Grace and Simon, embark on a special journey of their own. So let's run through this trailer for all the interesting details we could find. Of course, spoiler warning. If you do not want to know anything about Infinity Train Book 3, this is not a drill, this is not a bit. Run! Click off now! Please. With all that said, let's dive in. First, the synopsis. In Book 3, Grace and Simon are the leaders of the Apex, an anarchic group of kids on a mysterious train. During one of their destructive missions, Grace and Simon get separated from the rest of the Apex and must find their way back. As the duo navigate through the myriad worlds of the train, they meet Hazel, an optimistic young girl, and Tuba, her gentle gorilla companion. Will Grace and Simon find new inspiration in Hazel's innocence, or will the ways of the Apex recruit yet another aboard the train? Find out on HBO Max starting August 13th. According to Owen, I'm really excited for fans to see Book 3. The story this time is... I don't want to spoil anything, but it's certainly something fans are going to flip over. When we started working on Infinity Train, I couldn't have imagined where it would take us, but thanks to our loyal and vocal fan base, we get to continue this amazing ride. Amazing indeed. Billy Wee, Senior Vice President of Original Animation at HBO Max, had this to say. Infinity Train takes us on a mysterious adventure of resolution and growth that we love to experience. We are thrilled to work on this project with Owen to continue this fantastical journey and tell a classic story about inner strength and determination in a new and exciting way. Alright, now to the meat of it. Grace and Simon encounter Hazel and Tuba after finding themselves on a wild jungle car, which was in the Season 1 poster. Their introduction to each other revealing that Grace and Simon maintain reasonable fear towards Tuba due to her large stature and natural strength. But we immediately deduce Tuba is more of a lighthearted and kind individual, pranking Grace and Simon by tickling them instead of squashing them. Grace and Simon seem to only really care for knowing who Hazel is, however, due to Tuba being a denizen of the train, or no. More so, you can pick up on Grace's tactics, trying to figure out if Hazel is a passenger or an extremely humanoid denizen. Grace giving a sense of comfort by showing her number as a cool thing to figure out if Hazel has one of her own, which gives us this season's mystery with an interesting twist. Hazel does have a number, 337, but it's inactive, no glow, and presumably a stagnant number. Simon suggests bringing Hazel back to the Apex, so once more Grace slides in some manipulation, not by offering Hazel to come back with them, but her wording of looking for passengers to help, mentioning how the Apex is full of other cool kids, similar to how she tried to appeal to Jesse in Book 2.
Because I care about people. I care about you, Jesse. Humans get numbers and nulls just tag along. She's not bad, she's just not like us.
Leaving out all the gritty acts of train terrorism they partake in. We see a more lively mall car, their base of operations, and it appears a bulk of the Apex are performing construction of some sort. Two kids are carrying supplies such as planks of wood and rubber animals, a redhead is dragging a sack of materials, one appears to be tinkering with a vehicle, there's a full-blown arts and crafts table in the process, two kids on the top floor are lowering some material to lower ground, and all the while a girl is getting an Apex fade to the back of her hair. Rebel train fashion, I suppose. And yeah, their pitches get to Hazel, as she's having a blast on the train, living in bliss. We cut to Grace and Simon in fancy get-ups, dancing around a crowd of fancy squid folk. We can assume this car will flesh out their direct dynamic and potential romance, at least touching on if there's anything there, because you can definitely argue romantic vibes between the two, something we didn't really have in Infinity Train before. Tulip didn't need a romantic interest, and the crew has made it clear that Jesse and Lake were supposed to be platonic. But yeah, I assume a dance with true compassion behind each and every movement or something along those lines is how you move from this train to the next one. We return to the snowy car Tulip began her journey in. And this trailer gives us some more poisoning of the youth, as Grace tries to corrupt Hazel's view on denizens with the statement of, "You can't trust Knowles," despite not giving an actual good reason aside from, and I'm kind of pulling this out of my ass, they're programmed for the train, and the train is dangerous, so why would you trust them? I don't know what other BS reasons Grace can pull out, but hey, I'm sure she can think of something. Hazel's friendship with Tuba already tells Hazel that this isn't true. Look at them having fun in this under-the-sea car. Tuba's arguably looking out for her more than Grace and Simon, I say from this trailer alone. Simon wants to take out Tuba. We actually see a brief conversation of the two at odds, probably shortly after they meet, so Tuba, already surprised, tickles them by this point, but Simon shows attitude, leading to tensions being formed early on. However, observing that Tuba obviously can rip him to shreds if she desired, proposes playing the long game, alluding to Tuba being taken out once they regroup with the Apex, finding strength in numbers. But let's be real, Tuba would probably still rock their shit. In the car where they begin to explain their issues with denizens, the world begins to shake as Grace exclaims, "1-1 found them!" Which makes me think the train is going to move up to the engine, like with the Cat's car in Book 1. 1-1 playing the role as Grace and Simon's quote-unquote antagonist of the book, not wanting a terrorist organization of children and teenagers running amok on the train. Their leaders being separated? Perfect for 1-1. But how did he find them? Did little color wheel over there rat them out? Is someone pursuing Grace and Simon? A plot point not revealed in the trailer? Maybe because they're still unaware of such a thing? Or did 1-1 find them with the same control panel Amelia had access to in the Book 1 finale? We also see the return of the unfinished car, now under construction but possibly a bit more finished than it was in Book 1? Grace starts to chant with all the Apex members. I assume this is going to be the beginning of Book 3, which, unlike Book 1's tragic opening and Book 2's somber opening, I think Book 3 will have an intense, ominous start with Grace and Simon in the mall car. Back in the unfinished car, Grace, with her masked identity, takes on the turtles with Simon. And at one point, Tuba and Hazel do get separated from Grace and Simon when the cars shift, potentially when 1-1 initially finds them, which arguably is the best solution for Hazel, so 1-1 can figure out what's wrong with her number. Hazel's "it's okay, it helps to say goodbye" makes me wonder if she's talking to Tuba or Grace and Simon, as the location appears to be a forest, not a jungle, and she now has a bag. I also believe Hazel will cause Grace to get in touch with her emotions and be honest with herself, becoming more vulnerable and open with Simon, who may be harder to crack. And Simon does actually get injured in the unfinished car. Honestly, if anyone kicks the bucket in the episode 8 obligatory death scene, I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. Or if it was Tuba, but come on. Infinity Train can't, well, make us relive Harambe. But also, let me just say I am hyped, because it appears the Apex will declare a war on the Infinity Train, something previously theorized. I mean, look at this. The giant snake from Fairly Odd Parents? The cat? I bet she's ready to throw down. She can't stand Grace. This is going to be a season for the books. And we end with Hazel singing on the title, which makes me worried. I feel like I'm going to bawl like a baby after having context to this song. Where's it from? Did Hazel's mother sing it to her? Does Hazel have a mother? Is she a denizen? Is she real? Why does her number 1? Again, guys, I'm pumped. I wonder if they're gonna drop it all at once as originally intended, because it says starting August 13th, which is a Thursday. So they're trying to release Infinity Train like weekly or something. While it would be different from the 2 episodes for a week format we've had, I would still say, let's fucking go! But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? Are you excited for Infinity Train Book 3? What are your thoughts? Your predictions? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at RoundTableVids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at OstricVox. We're also on Instagram. Help Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please throw it a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. OstricVox, signing out.